Waffle, I'm back. What's up, Brandon? I am on airplane mode. Got knocked off before by a phone call. What's up, Spiral Monk? What's up, Alien Concepts? It's Saturday. Time to kick back, relax, and eat another human being. No, don't do that. I was just kidding. What's up, Mark? What's up, Tyler Ryder? What's up, Mrs. Nobody? That seems like a very negative name. What's up, Root? Drizzy? Mark Hamill, because of the beard. What's up, Flames? Did you get my email? But shh. Fun, yep. Scope Bra Jeremy, what's up, everybody? I'm just hanging out in the office, gonna, chill out and do some sorting and some putting together. We are editing our first YouTube video, and it's gonna be fucking awesome, guys. And then once the first YouTube video goes up, we're gonna start putting up, more. What's up, Man Cave? Kind of consider this my comedy man cave. As opposed to popular belief. Well, that's not how you say that. Contrary to popular belief, I don't live at World Comedy Studios. I'm here a lot, but no, I actually have a home I go to. When do you plan on uploading? I subbed last night. You subbed last night? What does that mean? Oh, subscribed. Oh, I'm old. Well, let me tell you this. I think popular belief is Brian lives there. He's here a lot. The video is so awesome that we're doing that it actually killed my computer. Hey, Paul Green. Paul Green, don't say anything. Paul Green knows the secret of the video. But Paul Green, don't say anything. Yeah, no, I'm not saying I've never slept at a job, but I don't actually live here. The video processing that we had to do for this new video that we're doing, which is going to be amazing on YouTube, actually killed my computer. I have to send it in on Monday to get fixed. We're using a sub-computer. So we're rendering the video right now. Do a little bit of editing, and we're going to put the fucker up. Paul Green is in it, though. Guys, I'm going to say Paul Green is in it. Tyler Ryder. Guys, if you're new, my name's Aaron Haber, and I'm a comedian and a comedy teacher, and I run World Comedy Studios in Studio City, Los Angeles. I'm here on a Saturday afternoon because we're going to do some video editing, and I'm going to shoot a couple more videos, and then we have some open mics tonight. Last few weeks of Saturday open mics, guys, maybe I'll have them earlier, but then we go to our shows. Our work shows is what I call them. 8 o'clock and 9:30 tonight. Scope, your breath is always minty fresh. Hello, Russia. How are you? The game is on in the other room. I'm kind of paying attention to it. Putin forever. Okay? Everybody's got their own opinion. Who's a comedian that's dead that I hate? Hate's a real strong word, Charles. I don't think I hate very many people. Alex Smith just has an amazing play. He's a good quarterback. I'm not sure who I'm rooting for. Plan on live streaming this stand-up on YouTube too. Possibly. We are going to do live streaming. We're going to do YouTube live events. A lot of podcasting, stuff like that. The shows, though, are kind of exclusive. If you want to watch the Saturday shows, you kind of have to get a ticket or a subscription. Email me if you want to know more about that. But yeah, we're still going to be periscoping a shit ton. And we'll be periscoping behind-the-scenes stuff. Just not the actual shows, like little snippets of things to whet your appetite. But I'm going to be on Periscope. I love Periscope, guys. I'm almost on like a year of Periscope. Yeah, But it's going to be fun. I've booked almost the first show, almost the whole first show. It's going to be pretty cool. Whet, yes. Can you please do a video opening up a coconut? Lovely, I don't think I really want to do a video opening up a coconut. But thank you for the suggestion. I mean, if a coconut company wanted to sponsor me, I certainly would. I like scoping on the weekends, but it's always a little bit less busy. But you know who comes out? You know who comes out on the weekends to watch Periscope? The most awesome people. You're a coconut sponsor. What does that mean? You go around and sponsor coconuts? Like random coconuts? Hey, you're a coconut. I want to make your life easier. I mean, I like coconuts, don't get me wrong. In fact, I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. What's up, Maxime? Probably underprivileged coconuts. It's probably a pretty good guess, Jeremy. Probably a pretty good guess. Jeremy, you got my email back, right? What's up, Supreme Dizik? Tom Hino. Stalin, who is it? I don't know what that means. What's up? What's up? Question mark? Never had one. Do they taste like coconut? That's deep. Coconuts do taste like coconuts. Strawberries do not taste like strawberry flavor, though. What's up, Regan? Reagan? Reagan? Can I sing? Sure I can. Am I going to? No. I did thanks, and there's no way now, but not... Yeah, no, don't worry about it, dude. Just want to make sure you got it. You formed Russia? Holy shit, dude. How fucking old are you? Jill on the lake. Hello, Jill on the lake. Kalishnikov. Okay. Guys, Jill on the Lake is one of our newest students. She's taking the class starting on Wednesday over the internet. It's going to be awesome. We may have to do like a video to show people what that looks like. Not like the entire class, but just like a little introduction. I don't know. Well, I'll talk to the class first. Hey, be nice to each other. Mind blown, which is the second most important thing you can blow. Who's your favorite comedian? Steve Martin. Last night, what was that? You mean like the late night stuff? I was doing some comedy planning with Aaron Marsh and Brian Renneker. So we did some out of the office scopes. We took a long walk last night and talked about shit and, you know, shit on the ground. We didn't do that last part. Why Steve Martin? Well, I mean, one, he was very, very funny, and two, I liked how he sort of mastered kind of a new thing in comedy. He kind of took what comedy was and turned it on its ear to be his own thing. I like that. That's kind of what I want to do here, too. Oh, was that first guy new because he was kind of Do you mean the comedians? I don't remember who the first comedian was last night. Never heard of him. I'll look him up. You never heard of Steve Martin? Yeah, definitely look him up. I bet you recognize him. You know, as far as like remembering who exactly was on the mic when, I do so many mics that it's hard for me to remember. If you guys tell me like, oh, he did this joke, he did that joke, I'll probably know. Oots. Oots, 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 oots. Can you suggest techniques for memorizing an act? Gosh, I don't know. Repetition, really. It's repetition. It's muscle memory, you know? He's also a banging banjo player. He is. He's won Grammys. He had like a beanie and was weeding the state jacket? A beanie? I don't remember that at all. I do think it holds up well. It's very funny. It's a timeless, ridiculous character. You know, I think Miranda Sings is more closely related to Steve Martin type comedy than she is the modern brooding stand-up, don't you? I like her, by the way. And by the way, glasses! Oots, 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 oots. Oh, did you notice that I put my email in the title? Aqua Tinta, thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel today. Thank you, Oots. Do you think Miranda Sings is a joke? I think Miranda Sings is fucking brilliant. I like her comedy. I think she's a very, very smart person. My 4-year-old really likes her, and I do too. Her show is pretty amazing. And her show gives off a hugely positive message to young girls. So, you know, I'm a big fan of hers. Mr. Caney. I don't know, I don't think Steve Carell ever did stand-up. He was an improviser. She's very unique. Who's your favorite person currently doing stand-up? Traditional stand-up, Jim Gaffigan. Non-traditional stand-up, Miranda Sings. I love Yo Gabba Gabba too. Yo Gabba Gabba! Alright, that was not actually the theme song to Yo Gabba Gabba, but what are you going to do? If I ever become really famous, I'll just shave my beard like Zach Galifianakis and then just get fake beards so nobody will recognize me. Are you an actual teacher like at a school? Well, I taught at Princeton University. That was a school. And I have taught at a bunch of different schools. But right now I teach at World Comedy Studios in Los Angeles, California. I teach people comedy all over the world from the internet and in Los Angeles in person. Touchdown Chiefs, cool. Miami Lines and put your glasses. Tuesday, I don't know what Miami Lines means. Cool, where'd you get that fedora? My mom bought it for me, Holmes. Thank you, Tyler, yes. Somebody actually wrote a theme song for our sitcom that's starting on Thursday. It's going to be fun. It's going to be rough in the beginning. You know, we're just going to figure shit out, but it's going to be fun. Aqua Tinta, thank you for sharing. Sharing is caring. Hello, and welcome to the office of Aaron Haybird, World Comedy Studios. I'm not here right now, but blah, blah, blah. How is life in LA? How is life in LA? How is life in LA life for comedians? How is life in LA for comedians? Rough. Life is rough for comedians everywhere. You need a picture with the beard. Your pic doesn't look like you. I'll think about it, Jill. A reach around is carrying too. It sure is Jeremy, but no thank you. Who's the best improv person out there in your opinion? Fred Armisen. I don't really keep up with the improv scene too closely right now. I'd like to get more into it. We have an improv open mic tomorrow night, actually, at 7 o'clock again. We'll see how that goes. Run by TV's Bill Cott. I didn't choose comedy. Comedy chose me, kind of, you know. I've always wanted to do this. See, people mistake having a natural want for something for having a natural ability that can lead to success. I've always been naturally inclined towards comedy, but then guess what? I've been studying it since I was a little kid. Like really taking classes and watching shit and learning about things and doing it. So, you know, it's kind of led me here. How did you choose studliness? Well, you know, people mistake natural studliness for professional studliness. I took studliness classes. What's up, Shala Vitali? How you doing? Ukraine, cool. We have a comedian here, Daniel Balshin. His family's from Ukraine, and he speaks Ukrainian. On Prime Tires. Damn glad you're here, buddy. Yeah. And we have 2 or 3 Russian comedians as well. Maybe one day we'll do a show in Russian, since there's so many wacky Russians here. Lena, welcome. Guess what? Brian Renneker's not here right now. He's not always here. He's coming soon, though. How is USA Today? It's kind of a shitty paper, but I'd rather take the New York Times. I don't really read newspapers anymore. Looking forward to classes. Really getting excited. Tell us more. I'm excited that you're in class, Jill. What else would you like me to tell you? How do you spell Renniker? Renniker. Reagan, welcome back. Mark Wools. Do you want me to tell you one interesting thing about the YouTube video that we're going to post up? You are a very easygoing dude. Yes, thank you. I try to. Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes, you know, I let my anxiety get the best of me. I try not to. What are you going to do? What's up, Jay Plant? Who's a better comedian, Adam Hunter or the Greg Wilson? I don't know. I haven't really seen a lot of their I know both those guys. I mean, I think I've met both those guys. I don't know them like know them. They were in New York at the same time I was. What's up, Bear, yo? Anmar, how the hell are you? I don't know Joe Rogan. My friend Zach is very, very good friends with Joe Rogan. Too bad those videos don't save longer. You could refer that guy to your epic rant. Well, I have that epic rant. I might put it up on YouTube. I save everything to my, to my hard drive. Sup, home slice? Fair, I want to look at your picture. You look like you have a nice smile. You do have a nice smile. Converge Broadcast Media, NTTV News, Media Management, Producing Strategic Okay. Wow, you seem very impressive. Do you think Steve Martin will ever do stand-up again? I don't. Watch Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee with him and Jerry Seinfeld, who I don't agree with everything on, by the way, but that was a very enjoyable episode. Have you heard any stand-up comedy from Maine comedian Bob Marley? No, but I know he's very popular. A lot of people like him. Aqua Tinta, welcome back. Aqua Tinta is my friend. Aqua Tinta followed my wife's blog, and now she follows me. And Aqua Tinta subscribed to our YouTube channel today, and so she made me sing Womp Womp. Guys, I gotta tell you, I just made that song up. When was the last time you laughed so hard that you were brought to tears? Probably when I was when I was annoying my wife. Sometimes I think that annoying people is very funny. I really like autocorrect. Autocorrect makes me laugh a lot. Like, damn you, autocorrect. Not many famous main comedians. He's the only one I could think of. I don't know where a lot of I know where some comedians are from, but I don't know where a lot of comedians are from. You know, some comedians are very tied to the geographic location. Like Stephen Wright is very Boston. Hannibal Buress, I think people know he's from Chicago. I'm sure she appreciated that. Probably not. No, probably not, Jill. Jill, you didn't tell me what you wanted me to tell you more about. Fog raw. Duck and autocorrect. I know, right? They must do that on purpose. I mean, who the duck says ducking? Gosh darn it, guys. Bob Marley is pure Maine. His comedy all centers around Maine, so limits his audience in a way. But he's pretty damn popular. I have to say, like, I don't know his comedy that well, but, you know, his music is astounding. The same guy, right? These are John Lennon glasses, you know, in the style, but when you wear a fedora, you look like the villain from the Indiana Jones movie. Main accents are hilarious. How many online students? You might be the first online student in that class. No, well, if everybody takes a class, say they're gonna, okay, there might be 3 at this point. Right now, there's 1. 2 have committed, but I think there's 9 students in the class right now. Is it something like that? There's 1, 2, or 3, but until the class starts, I won't know. You know, a lot of people, you know, last minute, a lot of people sign up. What's up, Henry Matai? Hey, 88. I really need to go to bed. Have a great day. Good day, Aqua Tinta. Good day to you. Testing 1, 2, 3. Well, good job, Mary. Grant P. Martin. Guys, my name is Aaron Haber. I'm a comedy teacher and a comedian. I live in Los Angeles, and I run World Comedy Studios. We do live comedy every day, Jack and House. Best knock-knock joke? I'll tell you the knock-knock joke I told to the 4-year-olds that I had to perform in front of this week. Knock, knock. Who's there? Honeybee. Honeybee who? Honeybee a deer and get me a glass of water. Wah, wah. Actually, I'll tell you the best knock-knock joke I've ever heard. My daughter made it up, my 4-year-old. She was listening to the State of the Union this week, and we were practicing knock-knock jokes, Scope Raw, and she said, knock, knock, and I said, who's there? And she said, progress. I thought that was amazing. I've never been to Portugal. My wife wants to go. I guess I'll go with her. You friends with jacking off? Oh, that's, I get it. It's about jerking off. What's up, Ralph? Are you a clean or dirty comic? I'm not graphically filthy, but I'm not clean. And he said, yeah, we have what? 8 o'clock and 9:30 today. She's the one who watched the State of the Union. A lot of people watched it. You know, it's kind of laughing orgasm. Where the hell have you been? What do you call a suspicious noodle? I don't know, but I bet you're going to tell me. An impasta. Nice. Is it true that Gaffigan's balls are in full stasis? I have no idea what that means. Best New Stand-Up Comics, all the comics at World Comedy Studios. You can check them out on the membership page. Pulling down trees with my bare hands. Wow, laughing orgasm. That's pretty amazing. Not a lot. It was the lowest rated in a long time. Huh. Love it. Favorite club in LA? World Comedy Studios. Have you not been paying attention, dude? Let's say the evening, though, I'm bleeding heart liberal. Yes, good evening, mister. Good evening. Stasis is like cryonic freezing. Yes, no, I understand stasis, but I don't know how that... I don't know anything about Jim Gaffigan's balls. I know Jim, but I don't know anything about his balls. I never asked. Never really asked him. In all the conversations we've had, I've never asked Jim Gaffigan about his balls. Impasta, yes. You said I got that. Yeah. I was like, hey, Jim, you want to do a show? Yeah. By the way, about your balls. Never happened. Hello, La KU. Lucky you. Lucky you? JMSBLTHRS. Did you ever cut his balls? No, I've never had any experience with his balls. I met his wife. She's very, very nice. Lucky you. I figured it out. I'm so smart. I'm so smart, guys. I'm really the only one? Wow. Well, I am a cunning linguist. She does cup. Let's not talk about Jim's balls or his wife's doing anything with them, okay? Your beard is long as beautiful. So is yours, my friend. Does Jim Gaffigan have kids? Jim Gaffigan has all the kids. He's got like something like 20 kids at this point. What's up, Jack? What up, Jack? Hey, you fucked a pussy. What are you, like 10 years old? Yeah, man. I'm a straight man. Yes. 17. Okay, buddy. You know, you're on the cusp of whether or not you should be here. Try to act older. What's up, Ralph? Yeah, I'm probably going to green. It's nice, right? Yep, there you go. Goodbye. Too young and too dumb. So I'm almost at the 700 mark as far as people have blocked. I know a lot of people think I block too much. They call me the blockness monster. I know a lot of other people, scopers who don't block, and then I watch their scopes, and while I like them, their feed is all like, do you like pussy? Do you like pussy? Hello? Do you like Putin and pussy? I think I don't want that for my scopes here. I want us to enjoy ourselves, you know? Have you ever fucked pussy? Don't start, lucky you. Let's see if Peanuts will call you a blockhead. I'd block her. Go hard like Vladimir Putin. Yep. Joey Cocodillo is in my top 10 list of comics. Yeah, a lot of people really like him. Boss Lady. Actually, Bo 5S Lady. Is that a new workout machine? Guys, I really want you to get the Bo 5S. No, I love when they say open bombs. Well, you know why they say that? Because if they say boobs, they'll get blocked from Periscope. So they've like created their own language, open bob. I don't know why they don't block bobs. Guess who's coming to Moon Tower Comedy? Ron Funches, Brown Williams, Maria Bamford. That's awesome. My buddy's cousin used to date Ron Funches. I really like Undateable Live, by the way, guys. You'll see some of the influences of that in our sitcom. I'm Irish, spelling is meh. No problem, boss lady. Brows on fleek? Well, thanks, Franny. I bet your brows are on fleek, too. And by the way, I don't do anything to my eyebrows. They just kind of are like that. If they fall out tomorrow, nothing I can do about it. I really hope they don't. Guys, my name is Aaron Haber. I'm a comedian and a comedy teacher. If you like comedy, follow me here because we present live stand-up comedy every day on Periscope. It's freaking amazing, guys. To the talent man, hey, it's Darren Davis, everybody. Do the talent managers in New York comedy clubs watch many, if any, of their open mics that they host? No, none of them. Not a one. Is it possible they wander in every once in a while? Sure. The new trend is makeup on brows. Weird. Is weird. Totally weird. Stalin. No. Okay, Supreme. Dial it back, okay, buddy? Welcome to the new people who are here. And the old people as well. I'm glad you're hanging out with me here at World Comedy Studios, guys. You know, that means you're special. Because I block everybody I hate. I've almost blocked like 700 people. I mostly block people because of rudeness. That's really the only reason I block people. How can you teach comedy? Well, why don't I just call up the dean of Princeton University who hired me to do so? Comedy is not a thing that you're born with. You have to learn the skills to do it. Sure, somebody can be kind of funny, but knowing the art form and the business, that takes some learning. Also takes a lot of practice and studying and shit like that. But yeah, classes definitely can be taught comedy-wise. Alcohol. Yes, Green. Good job. That makes a lot of sense. Sasa. I would like to keep it to English if you don't mind. I'm not xenophobic. I just don't know what the fuck you're saying. I would love to be able to speak your language. Martin Short. Send your comedians to Austin. Martin Short. Wow, that's cool. Austin's great. We might. You know, the best way to get us to come to your studio. I'm reading the next comment. What made you open the studio? Remind me if I missed that. The best way to get us to come to your town is to email me and get on our email list. You can do it from the website too. Let us know where you live. Once we get a certain amount of people in that town, we might come. Clay, guess what? My email is actually on the title of this motherfucking broadcast. You can go and look at my replays and be like, that's his fucking email. What a brilliant guy. Holy shit. What made me want to open World Comedy Studios? I want to connect comedians from around the world with audience members from around the world. Cool, Moscow. And that's the base of it. What we do in between that is going to be fucking awesome. But that's the base. We come to you live every day online, and soon we'll be coming to you in person sometimes too. It's going to be pretty cool. But that takes work on your part. You guys have to take the extra step to follow us here on Periscope and to email me and get in our email list and that kind of shit, you know? We're launching YouTube this week. YouTube link is on my profile. Laughing Orgasm, I hope I see you soon. And you guys are going to be surprised. I asked before if somebody wanted to know one secret about the video, and nobody said anything. So I'll ask again. Anybody want to know one secret about the video? I duck and love this place. Nice, Jeremy. What would you say is the next level of comedy after open mics? Bar shows, alt shows? You know, I know you're trying to be funny with Bang a Tranny, but try to be cool. Clay, with the exception of not spelling it right, it's kind of right. Aaron at worldcomedy.club. He isn't Jim Norton. Right. But, you know, I have friends who are, you know, they want to be called transgendered. I don't know. You know, I'm not a giant fan of PC, but why hurt people's feelings, you know? Flames, I'm glad you asked. I'm trying to imagine you without a beard by coveting. You just look at my profile picture. Okay, ever tuck it up and play prom queen? I haven't, no. Mike Literist, nice. There's nudity. There's nudity in the YouTube video. Not so much that we're going to get kicked off of YouTube, but there is some. Comedians are the best philosophers. I agree with you, Sublime. No, not Arena. Nope. That's all I'm going to say about it. Do comedians jack? I don't know what the fuck that means, Nar. Hold the camera still, about to come. Okay. Based on your name and that, I'm blocking you. You're just going to have to watch it. There's a lot of surprises. Do you think Ricky was transphobic at the Golden Globes? I do not think that at all, actually. He actually referred to Caitlyn Jenner as she the whole time. Just because he said her name used to be Bruce Jenner doesn't mean he's transphobic. You know, he didn't make fun of that, really. You love me poopy. Oh, well, thank you very much. His joke was about, how she was a terrible driver, which she is. A jacket has slipped and blackened my eye. Awesome. How about we make a deal? If you guys are actually jerking off to me, just don't tell me. How do you describe the Comedy Cellar in New York as a comedy club? Great comedy club. I fully support transgender community, but I can't stand Caitlyn. There you go. That's totally fine. You don't have to like Caitlyn Jenner, you know. But is somebody saying that she used to be Bruce Jenner transphobic? I don't think so. What do you think about Seinfeld saying comedy's getting screwed by these PC nuts? You know, Seinfeld is a comedic genius. I don't always agree with what he says. He made fun about how she is revered in media even after she kills someone. Yeah, it was a traffic accident. She didn't go out and murder somebody. But yeah, you know, people are killed in car crashes every day. I'm not saying she wasn't totally she definitely bears responsibility. You know, what are you gonna do? I don't even know who Bruce Jenner was in the first place. Bruce Jenner was a great Olympic athlete. What comedy clubs in New York were your favorite? I'd only really recommend the Comedy Cellar. How much money you have time? What? Sorry, I don't understand what that means. Comedy Cellar, Caroline's, and Gotham, I think are very good comedy clubs. Ice House seems nice. Sure. You know what? I love all comedy clubs. Those are the best ones. Yeah, I did like one show at Gotham. I ran my own club in New York City, so I didn't get out to do a lot of other clubs, you know? What points do you give your class, like top 5? Well, I'm not going to tell you everything, but I help comedians figure out how to write the basics of performance and stand-up comedy, professional etiquette, defining your goals, and what you have to do to achieve those goals. See you later, Jeremy. I've never performed in Toronto, no, but it's a lovely city. I haven't done a lot of touring. You know, I've basically stayed in Chicago, and I stayed in New York, and now I'm in LA. I kind of burrow into one city. Thanks, I made it myself. Okay. Favorite comedian, Steve Martin. Also Jim Gaffigan. Those are my 2 favorites. No longer performing and performing. When you came to LA, did you close down the comedy club, or does one of your buddies run a few? No, I closed down the comedy club 2 years before I left. It was like a club within a club, and then I wanted to get out of that other club and just open my own place. And after 2 years of searching and crunching numbers, not thinking it was going to work, thank God we moved to LA. Would have been a big mistake to open up in New York. It's too hard to be an artist in New York right now. Cool, Clay. I have a great bit. My comedy is to American for Finland crowd. Well, you know, if you're actually a comedian, you can perform here at World Comedy Studios. We have comedians from the internet all the time. You perform through Google Video Hangouts. Email me. My email is on the title here. Why is it hard to be an artist in New York right now? Money, dude. If you think you're hard up for money in LA, boy, you'd be fucking on the street in New York. It is tough as shit over there. Way, way too expensive. For no good reason. I have to overcome my shyness. Okay. That's kind of what I work on in class as well. Believe it or not, I'm shy. Just gotten to the point where I don't give a fuck. Did you coach? No, I didn't coach Chris Rock. He was doing comedy, I think. I don't know how old he is, but he was doing comedy. He was on the stand-up scene before I started teaching. Trump. Yes, Trump. Do you think Tommy Tiernan was too much for the USA? I know that name. I don't really know who he is. I am naturally funny in my everyday life. I don't know if it would be the same on stage. Queen Bee, that's an astute comment. It would not be the same on stage. You might be interesting to watch, but like knowing the art and what you have to do, that takes time and practice and knowledge. I thought you was going to say New York is too cold. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, the weather in New York sucks as well. But, and I'll tell you one other thing, Darren. I actually hang out with friends here in LA. I never hung out with friends in New York. Nobody has fucking time. I need a good, clean joke. Okay? Well, I'm for hire. I do write jokes for people. By the way, guys, my name's Aaron Haber. I'm a comedian and a comedy teacher. I run World Comedy Studios out of Los Angeles. We're an online comedy club. And if you like comedy, follow us here on Periscope, because you know what? We do comedy every day on Periscope. Holy shit. I'm also answering all your dumb questions here. So thanks for the hearts. Thanks for your farts. Hearts. I meant hearts. Going to take a comedy class at Helium in Philly. Cool. Good for you, Queen Bee. Although I can't recommend any comedy class over my own, which you could take over the internet. We can see and hear you, and you can see and hear us. But I've heard great things about those guys. Have their teacher taught comedy at Princeton University like me? Maybe. Have they taught comedy on MTV like me? Maybe. Do they have comedians all over the world that they work with? Possibly. Do they hook you up with an online comedy community of people all over the world? It's possible. I've heard great things about that club, so I'm sure you're going to do very well. But if you're interested in getting information on another comedy club, another comedy class, feel free to email me. I'd be happy to work with you. You seem like a nice person. I don't always let people into my classes, by the way, but you seem cool. Are they on Periscope? They're actually not on Periscope. You seem awesome. I think a comedy class is a very private thing. So sometimes, every once in a while, I'll work with a student in one of the open mics. But that part of it, maybe one day we'll do like a reality series on it. But not in general. You actually have to get into the class to take the class. This comedy club is going to blow up. I hope not literally. Because, I have insurance, but that would be annoying. Bombity got me going crazy. I see what you did there, Darren. Not literally. Thank you, Scope. Well, I appreciate it. If it's figuratively, I super appreciate that. I happen to agree with you. You know why? Because of this. Fucking made up that song, too. Gotta tell you guys, I started off as an improviser for like good 7 years in Chicago. Plus, as a kid. WCC to the top. Yeah, sometimes it's kind of World Comedy Club, but it's WCS. But thank you, Scopra. Are some students just not funny, unteachable? No. What makes you worthy of teaching a comedy class? Well, I've done thousands of shows. I have TV appearances, taught comedy at Princeton University. Those are my top 3 reasons. Best dinosaur in your opinion? Oh, probably the T-Rex. I know I'm going with the popular choice, but something about that T-Rex I like. Diplodocus. Find it by going to the map. I never do that. Find scopes via the map. Well, I'm glad you did, Queen. I hope you follow us so you can hang out. The best dinosaurs are extinct ones. Yes. Clay's back, everybody. Do you speak French? No, I don't, unfortunately. That'd be great if I did. Best stand-up ever? Steve Martin. That's what I would say. Richard Pryor, George Carlin. There's a lot of them. Albertosaurus. Is that a real dinosaur from Alberta? Well, those were pretty good reasons. Thank you, Ken Griffey. Is that a houndstooth hat? It is. My mom bought it for me. Wow, that's pretty cool. I followed as soon as I came to your scope. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate that very much. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll work together, Queen. Agree on both Martin and Pryor. Yeah, Mr. Recruiter. Welcome. Best comic on the scene now? When we say on the scene, are we talking about like up and coming? There's thousands of them. It's hard to choose. Can I send my ex to you? He needs a SOH? What's an SOH? George Carlin was always teaching on stage. Well, certainly by watching the greats, you pick up stuff. Seinfeld's not overrated, but I don't agree with everything he says. Louis C.K. is amazing, sure. That would be the greatest day of your life. Don't know about that. I had a kid. That was pretty great. Especially because I didn't have to have the kid, Do you remember Carlin time bit? I'm not sure. Tom Sewer's on fire. Holy shit, dude. Call Johnny Ray. Which sense of humor to you is the best? Oh, I don't know. It's subjective. I like weird, goofy stuff, Bill Burson's becoming strong. He just sold that Madison Square Garden. Louis C.K. at the Comedy Store tonight. Wow, that's cool. What do you think of Joey Diaz? You know what? I've never actually seen his stuff, but so many people like him, I'm assuming that he's good, right? I'm a big fan of most comedians, What kind of sunglasses are you munching on? This kind. Who pulls the strings on the stadium comics? Well, I think you get to the point where you can sell out the stadium and you rent out the stadium. You get a date. I have to admit, I don't actually know how to rent out a stadium. Joey Diaz is super raw and tells it like it is. Cool, Darren. If you don't know Joey Diaz, you're not a real comic. Well, fucking dumb statement. President Obama should have been on... Yeah, sure, why not? If you can get the president on your show, absolutely. Good for everybody. So Kevin Hart's Kevin Hart's a hard worker. Yeah, I like Mitch Hedberg type humor, absolutely. Absolutely. Positively. Guys, if you're not following me here yet, you should. We do live comedy here every day on Periscope. Holy shit. It's not just these awesome beard chats. Nope. Sometimes we do live comedy, stand up. Appreciate your positive honesty. Well, thank you very much, Ty. You're not a real comic because you're a hack. And you are blocked because I don't like your negative attitude. Working on a cruise ship as a comic might be cool. I would do that. I love cruising. Cruises, Why are there so many mentally unstable comics? There are so many mentally unstable comics all over the place. What old comic who is dead have you seen live? Oh, gosh. I don't think any. Yeah, I already blocked him. What a pain in the ass. I'll have to think on that one, Darren. I didn't really go up growing to comedy shows, you know? I just kind of liked it and did it. I mean, I watched stuff, I studied stuff. I actually took classes from a pretty young age. But I'll have to think on that one. I don't know. Got good advice from Gallagher once. That was pretty interesting. I hadn't actually asked him for advice, but it was very generous of him to give me some. I love stand-up, but I've never gone to a show. Well, now you don't have to. You can just watch it from the comfort of your home at World Comedy Studios, coming to an internet near you. I do like Craig Ferguson very much. Can you help SNL? It's not so funny. I have a theory on SNL. I think it is funny, by the way. My goal is to be on at least one episode of Love Thy Neighbor. Cool. Okay. You should check out Tony Heathcliff's new special, okay? Keystone Cops, on film my dad showed his kids. Keystone Cops, that's old school. Who do you feel is not recognized as a great comic that should be? I really like this guy Sheng Wang in New York that I knew. He was on Last Comic Standing this season. He might not be getting enough attention, in my opinion. Leslie Jones, SNL is shit. She's brilliant, and so is Kate McKinnon, and trying to think who else is there. So my theory on SNL is that everybody likes the cast from when they were like just old enough to stay up to watch SNL, and it was very exciting, you know? So there are tons of people who like Adam Sandler, but if you grew up on John Belushi and Chevy Chase, then you're going to be like, what is this shit with Adam Sandler and Chris Farley? You know, and if you grew up on Adam Sandler and Chris Farley, what is this shit with Tina Fey and Amy Poehler? Etc., etc. You know? That's like, you know, somebody's favorite Yankee, I'm a Yankees fan, is going to be Derek Jeter. Was he the best Yankee ever? Well, pretty close, but a bunch of old guys really like Yogi Berra and Mickey Mantle. Yeah, Norm Macdonald I think is great. I think it's totally true, you know? Does comedy get broken down by demographic? You adjust your jokes for region a little bit, but, you know, hopefully your act is tight enough that you can perform in front of anybody. Like the Fallon Age. There you go. Hey, pal. Hey, Jill. Des Miller doing the news was great. If SNL has lost something that has nothing to do with the new cast from now, okay. How do you respond to any negative... sorry, I couldn't read that fast enough. Harlan Williams, been chatting you up. Been chatting me up? On here, Jill? Did I miss them all? This is my new favorite, Aaron. Hey, Jay, what's up? What are some British humor? I love British humor. Rita? Yeah, sorry, at the summit. Cool. Are you having a good time? Oh, you've been chatting me up, like telling people about me. Thank you very much. Andy Samberg was great. Oh, I love Lonely Island. They were the fucking best. Thank you, Jill. Jill, you were awesome. Tom Green is good scopes. I haven't seen any. Any in particular? Gosh, I'm always asked that. I mean, I love Monty Python. I like Benny Hill. Is Bo Burnham British? Or is he Australian? Eddie Izzard is good. Yeah, he's great. Bernie Sanders, I agree with you, Jay. Jill, you were fucking awesome. I wish you were coming to L.A., Jill. Hot Rod was a great movie. I haven't seen it yet. What the fuck happened to Des Miller? Yeah, he's kind of gotten weird. Well, maybe he just went for a particular audience, you know? What's your favorite TV show started by someone who got famous from stand-up? That is tough. There's so many shows. I'll have to think about that. Burnham's from Boston? Really? Who am I thinking of then? Oh, what's that guy's name? Mincham? Tim Mincham? Is he Australian or British? I kind of like him. I don't think George Lopez is British. No. How about Brett Butler's show? The story about Brett Butler's show that I've heard is that she was so... I don't know if this is true. I have heard that the people that own the network or the production company hated her so much that they won't even allow it to be syndicated. I've never been to Edinburgh. My wife lived in Edinburgh for a little bit. Brett Fox... Yeah, Sanford and Son was good. That's a tough question. I hope that's not true, Johnny. Hey, Charlie. Why does my shit stink? It's natural. Don't worry about it. His records. Gotta tell me the whole sentence, otherwise I'm not gonna know what you're talking about. The best Bob Newhart? Yes. That's okay, Charlie. I know what you meant. Jerry Seinfeld and Louis C.K. never got passed by Mitzi Shore. What's your thoughts on that? Comedy clubs are really awesome. Comedians that their goal is to get past the comedy clubs are missing the point. The clubs will be there for you once you get big. Red Fox's Records, we have one here. My favorite Aussie is Jim Jeffries. Jim Jeffries is amazing. As a comic, it's better to watch a lot of other comics perform. No, I know what you mean. Like, you're worried that you're going to pick up their style, but that's natural to pick up little bits of people. That's okay. You know you're ugly when it's time for a group photo and they hand you the camera. That's funny, Road King. Why am I always handed the camera? Have you played any comedy clubs in Birmingham, Alabama? I have not, Johnny, but I definitely would. I do like Russell Peters. Hello, I am Cute Wolf Girl from London. Cool. Go Cubs go. My friend Aaron Marsh would agree with you. Are you in the guilty remnants? I don't know what that means, but I guess no. I used to tell dates that we're meeting my dad who was like Archie Bunker. That's funny, Flames. Favorite place to perform outside of New York and California? I'm going to say World Comedy Studios again, my friend Jay, because you know what? We perform all over the world every day. I used to stand with 3 years of doing musical. We were in a teenage group selling porn? Is that what you said? Pow, right in the kisser. Of course. Who does today's best comic impressions? Frank Caliente is pretty amazing. Caliendo. Frank Caliendo is pretty amazing. Would you rather be or a wasp? I don't want to be a bee or a wasp. My cue, how should I get back into? Get back into comedy? Is that your question? Yes, he's good. Are there any good knock-knock jokes? My 4-year-old told an amazing knock-knock joke by accident, really, the other day. She was listening to the President's State of the Union, and she said, knock, knock. And I said, who's there? And she said, progress. Fucking brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I understand that she didn't actually know what she was talking about, but it was great. Frank's great on Mad TV, and what he does on ESPN is amazing. Yeah, he's brilliant. We have a couple of good impressionists here. Nick Estes and Dennis Hurley are very good impressionists as well. I do a great Aaron Haber. Like, seriously. No, that was the whole joke, Knight. That's the whole point. Knock, knock, who's here? Progress. Boom, that's it. I do agree stand-up is much different than just bouncing off people. Do people get shocked by that? Than bouncing off people. Do you mean it's different? Like, you have to write it? Is that what you mean? What's under my hat? A family of squirrels. The day I died was the best day of my life. I love your little beard. Well, thank you, smiley happy people. I love your little beard. Are you talking about my pubes? What's Michael Richards up to? I don't know. Acting? Do you do a podcast? Ken, we're actually launching a podcast network in February. Will Ferrell, the guy who did Bush, what are you talking about? Not how a knock-knock joke works. She's 4 trying to get better. Oh, see, that's such a narrow-minded concept. Comedy works the way you make it work. Do you think there will ever be another golden age of comedy like the 80s? It's happening right now. It's called the internet. Are you going out in a blaze of glory? Nope. I hope to go out slowly at age 100 or higher. Bush was Caliendo. What? Would you rather perform in front of thousands or a small intimate crowd? Both, please. Have been to Brighton. No, but I think my step-grandma lives there. No, I mean some people are quick to respond and be funny, but stand up would be a lot different for them. Yes, that's totally true. That is true. Are there any defined styles of comedy? If so, what are some? One-liners, more storytelling narrative, conversational. I mean, I don't know, dirty, clean. What's my best joke? I guess you're going to have to keep watching and find out. I'm not telling jokes right now, my friend. 68 Guns Will Never Die. It is our battle cry. No idea what that is from. What's that from? Imran Youssef and the Juice Pigs or Phil Nickel. Charlie, unfortunately, I don't know any of those guys. Are they comedians? There's so many comedians, guys. I can't possibly know all of them, but I'm willing to learn. I'm so willing to learn. I did set this week, and once we launch a YouTube channel, I'm actually doing a weekly series where the YouTube subscribers, hopefully you guys, will suggest topics for me, and then I will write and work out stand-up during the week on Periscope, and then put it up on YouTube the following week and start the whole process over again. Do you know the only gay Eskimo? I don't. I will, my friend. Cool. The Unknown Comic was funny. Yes, I love The Gong Show. Chuck Barris is one of my comedy heroes. I have a couple of signed books by him. Steve Bridges, he did a perfect Bush impersonation. Oh, that's too bad that he died. Michael McIntyre, I've heard of him, but no. Guys, you guys are making me feel like the worst comedy person in the world. I don't know all these people. Only gay Eskimo's Canadian, Sean Cullen. It sounds familiar, but I'm not that familiar with him. I have a student in Toronto, though. If only there were an IMDb for comedians to filter by style. That'd be cool. Do it. How old are you? I'm 41. Corky and the Juice Pigs. Ba 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 ba. A bunny with 3 ears, Charlie? Great age. Thanks, I did it myself. Sure, Russians have a sense of humor. Everybody's got a sense of humor, for the most part. I wore a paper bag on my head, once inspired by the Unknown Comic. Cool. I like The Gong Show, like I said. You know, Chuck Barris, the host, used to always wear his hat. He's one of the reasons I wear hats, because I thought he was really cool. He always used to wear his hats over his eyes, because he didn't want to see the audience. Who won the title World's Best Comic? Is that a thing? I don't know. I'd never heard of that. Look up Michael McIntyre. I will. Who's your favorite stand-up comics? Not working Steve Martin, working Jim Gaffigan. Tonight is going to be turned up. Good. He wrote the song Palisades. He did write the song Palisades Park, which is a great song. He and I were in the Friars Club at the same time. I got to meet him a couple of times. Last night I took a walk after dark. If you don't know Palisades Park, it's a really fun song. Do you earn good money? Sure, why not? I usually don't like to talk about money. Kali Babink, what's going on? What's up, Kali Babink? Thank you, Flames. I have been in a movie. I think only one medium-sized one small one. Nobody likes what? Derek 22D, seems like small boobs with a huge cup size. Hello, Russia. I was born on an island in the Atlantic Ocean. Long Island. I think I was actually born in Queens. Are you excited about the Ghostbusters remake? I support the Ghostbusters remake, and I think all those women that are starring in the movie are incredibly funny. From a narrative point of view, I would have rather seen a sequel to the original. I mean, Harold Ramis is dead, unfortunately, but, you know. I've never seen Billy Connolly live, but he's a very good comedian. My favorite movie is Groundhog's Day. Ghostbusters got to be in the top 10, though. Love the Shades for John Lennon. Yeah, I like these. Urban Outfitters. That makes it look really weird. I grew up on an island in Montreal. Is Montreal an island? Somehow you remind me of Stephen Wright. I've met him a couple of times. Very nice guy. He saw a show that I did. Sped Up. I can see that. I didn't know that. I've been to Montreal, I think, 2 or 3 times. 2 girlfriends from Montreal, too. Yeah, Bowie was amazing. Michael McIntyre steals jokes of amateur comics, comedy circles in England dislike. Oh, okay. Interesting. Groundhog's Day is kind of how stand-up comedy works. Pretty much. Yes, that's very true, Darren. It's a very astute statement. Can you shout me out? Okay. Reagan P! Hope you enjoyed that. Well, I mean, everybody can see you type that, so, you know, me shouting you out is not really going to do that much more than people that are seeing you, you know. See that? I made that up, too. Callie Babink, welcome back. That's a name, Callie Babink. Thanks, boss lady. What are your opinions on music-based comedy, and is it now overdone? I don't think it's overdone. Look, anything-based comedy is good if it's good, right? Oh, well, go follow me, guys. I'm about to make a broadcast. Oh, don't do that. Reagan, I'm glad you're here, but I'm not a big fan of people going into other people's rooms and, you know, advertising their own shit. That's not too cool. I lived on the west side. It's surrounded by St. Lawrence. Cool, you smoke weed, and the name is Callie. Oh, Callie. Got it. I've smoked weed before. All right, I'm Reagan. I would appreciate if you stopped doing that. I liked having you here, but not cool. My religion? I'm Jewish. To keep a notebook with you at all times for jokes. That's what the phone is for now. But a lot of comedians I know still keep notebooks. Yeah, I mean, I'm Jewish. I went to Hebrew school as bar mitzvahed, but, I stopped really practicing the organized religion once I perfected it. Can you speak about yourself a bit? What would you like to know, Charlie? Be happy to. Myself is my favorite topic. What makes the situation funny? Oh, gosh. What was the deal with Mencia? I don't know. A lot of people don't like him. What makes the situation funny? Something out of the ordinary, I suppose. Aaron, is it better to ignore a heckler and just talk over them than since you have a mic? Rule of thumb, Darren, is if most of the audience can't hear them, just ignore them. You seem a bit sensitive to being a stand-up. Maybe that's why I open my own place. So I don't have to deal with other people's bullshit. It's true. I'm a sensitive dude. What happened to movie writers? Did they immigrate? Some seems like they only do remakes. That's been happening forever. I think life's truth is funny. Sure, I agree with that. What kind of comedy do you like performing? Where and what kind of performances are in your week? I only perform at World Comedy Studios right now, for the most part. We perform every night here. We're about to start doing comedy shows on... We're in Los Angeles, in Studio City. Our logo is behind us. World Comedy Studios. We're an online comedy club. I really enjoy performing here. We're going to be doing a lot of innovative stuff. I love improv. I love sketch. I love stand-up. I've never heard anything funny about Saudi Arabia, actually, Adele. Facebook, yeah, but that's more like a private Facebook for me and my family and friends. But maybe I'll start a professional Facebook. Thank you, Flames. One of our followers here did it. Oral Art House. What's the topic you are not comfortable on doing jokes about? Well, I don't know. I don't think I have any topics I'm not comfortable about. You guys should challenge me on the new YouTube video series. I missed your comment, Darren. If I'm down there, can I get 5 minutes? Dude, if you're a comedian, you can get 5 minutes like tonight. We have comedians that perform over the internet. That's what nobody seems to get this concept. Just kidding. We have comedians from all over the world. If you're actually a comedian, you should email me. My email's on my profile. It's also on this title, on the title of this Periscope. I manage a club on Facebook or YouTube. Oh, I see, Charlie. Well, it's on Periscope. It's going to be on YouTube, YouTube Live. But it's, yeah, we're still figuring everything out. But definitely YouTube and checking out and see a YouTube video where Joe Rogan calls him after stealing jokes. I've heard about that. I will check it out. Lady Milady. Periscope is a great place to follow us. YouTube is a great place to subscribe. You'll see a lot of stuff there. Not everything, but a lot of stuff. It's -40 tonight, and I'm outside watching you. That's comedy. Dude, why are you outside then? I like to make myself laugh. You should. Life should be about, making yourself and other people happy. I mean, responsibilities and shit. I like cold. Wow. Okay, cool, dude. Where are you from, Scope Bra? Seems like Monsieur was over-shunned, though. If you're stealing a lot of people's jokes, then no, you're not over-shunned. It makes me funny, okay. I got you following for now, okay. Have you done any TV and opinions? Yeah, I've been on Comedy Central. I've been on ABC. I've been on National Lampoon TV. Been on MTV. My ninja was cracking. Hey, Jump Cut. Regina, Saskatchewan, basically Siberia. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's Saskatchewan. Yeah. Opinions on what, my friend? What was the opinions part? Don't assume I know what you're talking about. I'm a comedian. I think in weird different ways. So you have to be really clear with what you're talking about. Otherwise, I'm going to take it a different way than you meant it, probably. Watch this. Portugal! Awesome, Rita. I wish I knew some Portuguese for you. I don't. Luckily, you know English. That makes you smarter than me. In languages, anyway. Amy Schumer is accused of stealing jokes, but I don't think... But do you think it may hurt her on... What about the Patrice O'Neill thing? From the comics I've heard, they said it really wasn't stealing jokes. They were just kind of talking about the same topic. That happens a lot, Darren. I'm sure you've seen comics tell the same jokes over and over. You know, are they all stealing from each other, or do some comics just write general shit, you know? If it was like a real deep personal story... I mean, somebody made a joke the other day on here about, Queef Latina, which I've been talking about for 15 years. Did he steal my joke? No. It's just something that, like, somebody discovered for themselves. Airline peanut jokes. There you go, Mr. Recruiter. By the way, guys, my name's Aaron Haber. I'm a comedian and a comedy teacher. And I run World Comedy Studios, and we do Periscope comedy every day, so follow us. I hear a lot of racist jokes that start to sound the same. Exactly, dude. Same thing with, like, graphic sexual shit. They're all talking about the same things. It's, it's boring, but I don't think they're stealing each other's jokes. What are your opinions on comedy on TV compared to being in the club? I think that Louis C.K., I think Louis shows what seeing a comedian in real life is actually like. I've never seen that kind of representation on any other comedy show. TV comedy is a very different animal. Patrice said it wasn't his joke on Opie and Anthony. Patrice O'Neill is dead. That would be amazing. And Opie and Anthony aren't radio team anymore. Because that special just came out. Can you talk about your experiences on being on TV? Okay. Let's deal with rappers on 12 season hotels. I have no idea, Mr. Recruiter. My experiences on being on TV. The one interesting thing was a long time ago. Okay. Well, if he said it, then there you go. See ya, Darren. The one interesting thing is that I did a TV taping, and by the time I got up on stage, 3/4 of the audience had left because the AC broke and it was brutally hot. And I just pretended like they were all there and just did it like they were having a great time, because I knew that they were going to have to add in laughter later anyway. So, sometimes you just have to perform. When comedians tell me, like, well, I really need that interaction. The Periscope audience, I don't know, I need that interaction. It's like, no, sometimes you just got to perform, dude. Be a performer. Guys, I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I will be back later, so I hope you're following me. And if you want to email me about anything Scope Bra or Jump Cut or anybody, Mania, do it. Email me. My email is on the title of this Periscope. It's also on my profile. We have classes here. We have mics here. We have shows here. Queen, very nice to meet you too. I hope you email me. I hope you join our email list. And that's it. I'll see you guys later.